și domnilor, this is the recent words in Romanian I learned from my colleagues from Trans.eu in Romania, but right now I will start to talk in English. So thank you. My name is Jacek Magdziarek. May I ask for the slides?
The slide change is there on the picture.
Okay. Okay, so today I'd like to talk about stronger connections, smarter logistics, and how relationships will outlast our manual work. A few words about me. My name is Jacek Magdziarek, and I started to work with logistics more than 25 years ago. It was the days of faxed orders, which we were receiving from our shippers. So up to now, I've been in the logistic industry in such companies like Raben or Schenker. For the last 5 years, I'm working with Trans.eu, and I'm helping to grow Trans.eu in Central and East European region. So while I'm not working, I'm with my family at home and with my 2 grown Norwegian cats, and also I'm a nature lover. So I'm together with my wife, we are the bird watcher, so we want to visit your beautiful Danube Delta River just to go there and observe the birds. So if you got any indicated places for me, so please give me a sign. First I'd like to start with economic shift and to understand the fragmented European logistics and how we behave in the past few years. So let's start with PMI index. So according to PMI index, only a couple of countries in Europe are, let's say, above average. So the Eurozone is less than 50%, which is indicates that they are not so very satisfied with the existing economies in their countries. But take a look at Poland and Romania. We are quite similar countries, and our PMI indexes, let's say, are close to the 50%. Additionally, Netherlands and Spain are growing, let's say, in these indexes. But what about the main European economies, like, for example, Germany, France, or Italy? They are really below this average of 50. So what we can see both in Poland and Romania is a lot of potential growth for our economies, for our countries, but we have to work a little bit harder to achieve it. So what else can we see? That the manual work will fade. So the smart strategies in the region are essential for companies to remain our competitiveness on the market. Going to GDP, Poland is becoming the strategic hub, logistic hub in Europe. So our GDP is more above the average of Eurozone. But take a look also at the Romania, Spain, and the Netherlands. They are also growing in the past few months. So for Poland, for Romania, the GDP growth is about 3% year to year. So according to the COVID period when the growth were about 1%, it's a huge acceleration right now. As I said, Poland and Romania are quite similar economies. For example, on this graph, we can see GDP per capita. So in the last 5 years, we were, let's say, more or less on that same level. We were rising about 5–6% for this past few years. So also Romania becomes the biggest, one of the biggest partners for the Polish economy. The expected turnover between Poland and Romania will exceed 40 billion euro in the 2024. So I'm visiting Romania for the second time, and what I see is that lots of Polish companies are existing here on the market. So according to the government data, more than 1,700 companies from Poland are already invested here in Romania. So this expansion, let's say, will grow for sure in the upcoming years. What about strategic realignment? How the volumes, the tariffs, and regionalization are reshaping our logistic flows? What we see in the couple of last months and during the 2024, for example, is that there is less cargo on the market. So we have to get opportunity to differentiate for the freight forwarders. So more agile behaviors can increase productivity of the carriers, of the forwarders. So the transport tonnage is decreasing for about 3%. The ton kilometer is almost flat. So it shows that, let's say, the whole market shrinked for about 3%. But according to data we've gathered in Trans.eu, on the biggest 16 European lines, the spot market is growing. So there is also possibility to grow your business, also not only on contracted, but also on the spot market. What we also noticed regarding the information from the heavy truck registration is that in Poland, for example, during the pandemic period, we were buying a lot of trucks, and right now, because the volumes are going down, especially between Poland and Germany, we stopped to buy and register the heavy trucks. But what we see, the huge amount of new trucks are registered in Spain and in the Netherlands. It influences on the other factors I will present in the next slides. What happened in the past few months? Of course, you notice that in the US we've got the new president. So the new president communicates to the world that from the April he will raise the tariffs for the import to United States. What happens immediately? For example, the air freight dramatically grows from one day to another because all the shippers want to deliver their goods before the tariffs will start on the market. Additionally, what we learned from the COVID period is that logistic chains are too long right now. So we start to look for for our partners nearby. So the next slides will also shows that we are we start to shortening our logistic chains in Europe. For example, Polish companies start to look for partners nearby in our region, in Slovakia, Czech, Hungary, Romania also, just to refuse the cooperation with Chinese or Far East companies because they were not reliable in the hard times. For example, this slide shows the data from the Trans.eu platform, and right now we see part loads flows across the Europe. So, for example, if the carrier is agile, if the forwarding company is agile, he can choose the best solution for themselves, for example, to step into the cabotage in specific countries. For example, the Dutch lines with cabotage, the price increase is more than 20%, and the amount of the loads are also increased, but also in Germany, so 12% growth of the German cabotage line price. Additionally, if you are not going to use the cabotage lines, you can go to the cross-trade routes because, for example, Romania and Poland and Lithuania are the most capacity holder, let's say, in Europe regarding the road transportation. So if you are agile, you can go to the European countries, and for example, the cross-trade lanes, as I mentioned before, within the small regions are rising, like for example, from Germany to Switzerland, from Netherlands to Belgium. So these are the most significant increases. If it goes to Romanian part loads, so what we can see, the prices are rising, for example, also in the regional scope. For example, to Hungary, to Poland. But besides the price increase, there is also a huge increase in the offers on the exchange platforms. For example, to neighbor Hungary, more than 60% offers more year to year, 2023 to 2024. If it goes to the FTL data, the top 5 cabotage routes are mainly the Belgium and the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, the cabotage routes rise for about 90%. It is in line with the heavy truck registration. If they've got more cabotage routes inside the Netherlands, they need more trucks. That's why, for example, they are registered more vehicles than before. Top 10 cross-trade lines for full truck loads. Also, we can see that Germany to Romania, for example, Germany to France, Germany to Austria, they are rising. So from one side, there is less loads, but on specific routes, specific lines, we can find more work to do, in fact. Romanian market, top routes for full truck loads. So exports out of Romania is mainly rising to still neighbor Hungary. So the increase in the offers are also in this small region, so to Bulgaria, to Czech Republic. So this is also what I mentioned at the beginning, that the nearshoring is rising. For FTL routes out of Romania. So we've got Bulgaria, Finland, and France as a biggest countries, but the biggest rise in the offers are to Belgium, to France, to Austria. So also nearshoring, but also the longer trips, which are quite important for carriers. So I have to. I'd like to make for you a short survey, because without this survey I cannot go further. So please use your mobile phones to open it and to answer some simple questions, because we have to go to the automation, let's say. So it will take a couple of seconds. There are some few simple questions. So, okay, what would you most like automation to handle for your team? So, document processing. So, thank you very much. It's almost 50%, already 80%. So, it's live, as you see. Data gathering for reporting and analytics. Okay, great information for that. So maybe we will stop 70%. Data gathering is rising. Okay, but still about 20 to, these two are majority of the all answers. So maybe the second question. Which activities do you believe should not be automated? Relationship, correct. And selecting partners for high value. But still, relationship and relationship. So, of course, the automation will not reduce our efforts to build the relationships with our partners. Sorry. So, the automation will replace tasks, not the relationships human to human. So, what we can automate right now, mainly the manual duplicated work, like, for example, load matching, route planning. So, simple tasks can be reduced by the automation tools. So, still, decision-making is in the hand of the forwarder, of the dispatcher, in the human hands. But what is the most important for the shippers? For the shippers, the most important thing is the relationship, the partnership, not just the vehicle. What is also the most important thing for the shippers? The security, because while we are on the meeting with you, with forwarding, with transport companies, with shippers, the main thing they want to secure is security. So why it is so important? Because without security, there is no possibility to provide the right business. So among all of the companies we are talking to, we face the 5 biggest challenges. Probably you will agree. Sometimes you agree with 100% of these challenges, sometimes a little bit less. But what we can automate? So freight assignment, a very simple thing to automate. Compliance with the carriers instead of manual work. We can assign the proper carrier to the proper load, also automatically. We've got already on the market margin optimization tool because we can choose the proper carrier to load our goods. And of course, security. I've got few slides about carrier compliance, so maybe it is not the most important thing right now to talk about the carrier compliance, but we can reduce the time, the manual time, up to even 50%. But still, if we are automating something, it is not in the hand of the system. Still, the person should click approve or reject. So it's up to human to choose the proper way. Trust and strategic partnership. So manual work phase, relationships endures. So in your survey, the relationships was on the first place. So what we can achieve according to automation. Transparency. The main thing is transparency, but also everything becomes predictive, automatic, and we can measure all the KPIs in our flows. So some data from the Trans.eu platform, for example, median publication price by capacity over the last year. So the publication price for vans, LTLs and FTLs, probably you see all the data on the screen. So this is the publication price, but here we've got accepted price against the publication price. So accepted price each time is lower than published price. So we can win the margin, for example, based on this data. Very, very quick because I've got, my time is run up. So number of publication overall in the Trans.eu platform. So all over the Europe, we've got 34,000 companies publicated on the Trans.eu with 137 million publications, but the percentage of the loads which were picked up from the platform is 3.5%. But if it goes to automation, so after automation of the publication, we are rising in Europe for 60%. So 20 times more efficiency for the work of the forwarder. If it goes to Romania, we've got more than 1,000 companies publicating on Trans.eu platform with almost 400,000 loads. So the percentage is 4.4%, let's say. But if it goes to the automated publication, we've got 39 companies already in Romania, and the ratio is 92%. So also more than even 20 times bigger. So automation can increase efficiency of your work, but still the human is most important factor. Publication lifetime, very short. On a private, on a direct publication, it's about 2 minutes average. So after 2 minutes, somebody from the carrier companies pick it up. First response, that's same. If it goes to the 3 minutes on public exchanges, up to 1 minute only on the direct publication by automation tools. So you are winning the time. You are winning the time. You can do more. So what I'd like you to remember from my short presentation. AI will be part of the solution, but not the whole solution. Please remember that transparent data are very, very crucial, and single source of truth. We've got unified metrics. We've got that same measure for the shipper, for the carrier, for the forwarder, and what is most important, the people. And the people, you've got zero chance of winning without people. So thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Jacek.
Thank you, Jacek.
Thank you.
Wait for a couple of minutes.
Your questions, the time for your questions are out. Me and Decebal will be the only one to ask questions today.
I'm all the day long here at all the coffee breaks and
Any
also in the evening.
questions you have for Jacek, also in the part of information that you have already into your public freight exchange market, you can go and reach out.
It's not about public freight exchange, Christina. It's all about automation.
Okay, so we move into that direction. So I really appreciate the way you managed to escape our questions. Joking, yeah. Yeah, we had a lot, so I'm trying to be a bit more selective.
Can I start first?
No, I have a very short one. So please, taking into account all the information that you shared with us today, let's say the business environment currently, and especially the future. Contracts or spot?
It's a very difficult question to answer.
If you had 2 more slides, you would escape it.
Okay, but like always,
tell them, not me.
Like always, it depends. It depends if you are the more transport or more forwarding company. If it goes to the transport companies, of course, the stable routes are the most important for you. But where is the margin? The margin, in fact, is on the spot, because what we noticed in Poland especially, that companies don't want to sign the long-term agreement. Right now, if they will take agreement, it's mainly not written, and it is verbal agreement mainly with the shipper. Why? Because on the verbal agreement you can do more on spot, you can automate your spot, and you can earn more. And it is visible already in Poland. So for forwarder, for sure, spot, for carriers, for sure, long-term agreements.
Okay.
And another one from me. What is next for your company? Because we have seen in the past a lot of forwarders becoming public freight exchange markets, and a lot of public freight exchange market becoming forwarders. So what is next for your company? You will focus on what?
Okay, there is, I like this question.
Thank you very much.
And let me show you something. I don't know if, maybe not, I don't know. I know that lots of you as an audience are using Booking.com application. So do you know how many hotels is in possession of Booking.com? 0. So this is only the platform to connect you as a guest with the facility of the hotel. So we are in that same position. We are a connectivity platform. We are connecting 3 sides, the shipper, the forwarder, and the carrier. And that's our mission. So I think it's the answer.
So the future is in 3.
Like always.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Jacek. A little bit over the schedule for our next guest.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. So you can reach to Jacek anytime today.